I am gonna go all out. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca, and I want to do a get ready with me where I do not hold back. I am going to use all my favorite products, and I am so excited that CityBeauty is sponsoring this video. I partnered with them to tell you that they're having a site-wide sale, 40% off. So if there's anything from CityBeauty that you hear me talk about and you're like, Rebecca, that's a little expensive, then now's the time, okay? I might have the inside scoop to let you know there's gonna be some good deals. Do not hesitate to do 40% off. First of all, I could not handle it any longer and I had to put my City lips on my lips, and this is the clear. This is their gloss. This is more than a gloss. I talk about this gloss all the time. And I know it's not for everyone because it's a plumping gloss, and yes, I guess people think, no way, it's either gonna hurt or I'm not spending that much. I'm not spending $35 on a gloss, and I totally get that. But the thing about this that sets it apart for me is it is a moisturizer as well as a gloss. So I use the clear like a treatment, and I put it on right before I turn the camera on, and already, I don't know if you can tell, but my lips are turning like the pigment is kind of waking up and they're getting a little pinker, and they plump, but not in a ridiculous way and not in a painful way, but they really do just get fuller. The little lines become less pronounced, and it's a lasting hydration. So the hyaluronic spheres that are in this that, you know, help the lips look better, stick around. So I really feel like my lips feel better hours from now. And then another prep product that is also skincare. This is a very sophisticated product, and again, it's kind of on the, whoa, that's a pretty price tag. You know, I get it. I totally understand. Not for everyone, but with 40% off, this is so worth it. So think of this like a primer, but in targeted areas. Also, this works really well just during the day in your skincare routine. I love it because it has like this rice ingredient, and it has this, it's got apple extract, and it has this diamond sphere powder to help give a illusion to your fine lines, and it is a line blurring wrinkle filler. But what's great about it is that makeup goes on top of it without it looking patchy. It has this nozzle. I take a couple pumps. It's chock full of ingredients that are like mango extract, so I like to put it along my eye area, and I like to put it along my forehead, and then I will even put it right here. And I just use it as, it helps. It can be like an eye cream. It can be part of your serum, you know, in conjunction with your serums, but it's such a great treatment product. Yeah, and also it doesn't have any trigger ingredients, so that is why I like it. Okay, I am gonna clip the fringe. I'm going to go in with my CityBeauty. This is both highlighter and primer, but it's really just radiant and beautiful. It's moisturizing. It doesn't have fragrance. I think it has like a, there's an extract in here that has kind of a plant scent. I don't think it's triggering. I'm gonna use my Micellar foundation. I love this stuff. If you haven't seen my full wear test and review on this, I will link it so you can watch. This stuff is nuts. It's from Sweden, and I have shade, I think it's called like 102 Nude. I have a discount code. It's basically a liquid foundation. It's long wear. It's kind of it's, you know, you would think this is just normal foundation, but oh, I love it. I love it. It's fragrance free. It's cruelty free. Free, free, free. What's that commercial where the guy's like, free? See my lips, how pink they are? I'm going to put my Alter Ego shadow primer. I am going to use my Alter Ego Harmony palette, which is this, as well as the Milani, this all-in-one face palette. And I just love the peachy tones in this and the bronzer. So I'm gonna kind of mix and match, if you will. And this, for me, this shade right here is so perfect. I'm going to just use my blender. This is a BK Beauty 202. And I'm gonna put Tender all over the lid. And I like a strong but soft, smoky but not too dark eye look. I know, right? How the units. See how this one's a little bit longer, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Accord. I didn't say I was gonna use that one, and I've decided to use that one. And I'm going right here. I'm starting at the top and going back and forth. I'm not putting it right here. I'm putting it right here to begin. I have like sweater fuzz. What I'm doing is I'm putting it right here, and then I'm going back and forth, back and forth. Okay, who's excited for Thanksgiving? I think I am. I think I am actually finally. It's been a couple years, you know? The pandemic, grief, life-changing situations can really wreck a person. But I think I'm really looking forward to the holidays this year. I am a little anxious. I am getting anxiety about decorating. I feel like my house, I wanted to declutter more before I brought in the decorations, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. And my family from Chicago is coming to visit. And so now I'm like, oh God. But I'm so excited, but I'm also like, I don't know if I can do this. You know what I mean? So see this very small detail liner brush? This is a Rephr 29. I'm gonna go in the shade Mercy, which is kind of not too dark, not too light. And I am going to give myself almost just like a sketch, okay? I'm sketching out a line. Remember when I kind of did this? I have to tilt my head just a bit. It's like I want it. Okay. I am going to do some color correcting. I've got my Skin Food Corrector from the Stylevanna Advent Calendar. And I am just going in, not with my, I'm gonna try and do it with this finger. Ooh, that's good. And I need to go in my socket. This stuff is probably the best value ever in terms of correctors. I think, the sales on Stylevanna vary. So I think I clicked on this once and it was like $7. And I think my grandkids will be grown before, like I will have grandkids. I don't have grandkids. I think they will be grown by the time I get through this, because there's that much product and you need that little amount of product each time. What I want to do is I want to take a liquid liner. This is Physicians Formula, and it is in a dark brown, and that I love that. I just feel it's more forgiving. I feel like because I'm so fair, it doesn't look as harsh on me. So what I want to do is I just want to do a flick. And I'm going over where I already kind of sketched. I know, right? It's okay, you can call me genius. I also want to just point out to you how smooth my skin looks from the CityBeauty wrinkle filler. I mean, here I'm still expressing, and yet I just don't see my lines. They're just kind of softened. Which, that's okay if, you know, just for a few hours with my makeup on while I look kind of fierce and amazing. That's all I need. Okay, so I'm just going along. Just going along the lash line, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the inner corner with liquid liner. This is like the new thing everyone's doing. I think it's called an Arabian eye. I think it's called a siren eye. I don't know. A couple years ago, it was like the fox eye. So what you want to do is you want to follow the angle of your lid where it meets, and you just trace, okay? That's all I do. I just sort of lay the pen along there. And then after I've done concealer, I'm going to extend that line a little bit, but I want to do that later because if I do it too soon, it's going to smear, or I might have to correct something anyway, so you know. I am going to go in the blush shade with my finger and the sort of the sunlight bronzer shade. I'm going to just kind of, look how pretty that is. And we just go up the eyeball part. That's all. e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, the best. You're simply the best. Oh, before we do that, Milani Contour in 01 Honey. I know sometimes I don't go in order, like of the same order of other artists or influencers, and that is actually all for a reason, because when I want to make any kind of correction from where like I have fallout or my liner, so I am liking more and more a contoured nose, but not like for skinny, more like for down my nose bridge from my eyes. Just kind of give a little more drama. Okay. Okay, what I love about the putty bronzer and there's some other cream bronzers that, you know, I do this with, but this e.l.f. putty bronzer is just, for me, goof proof. I mean, if I was gonna make a makeup line, it would be called Goof Proof by Goofy Becky. But what I love is that you just can kind of put it on your whole face. Like, I like warming up my cheeks, and it's seamless. When I was thinking about what concealer, because I love a lot of concealers, and I decided to go with CoverGirl because it's $12 at Target, and it is so good for especially mature under eyes. And so, you know me, I like to put the concealer on the back of my hand and then use my brush. But with this concealer applicator that's ceramic, I'm kind of giving myself a little massage. So we're just gonna do it this way. Then we're gonna go in with 110. This is the new one from BK Beauty, and it's so good. I also like my Angie Hot and Flashy, but but we're kind of just given some more precise, I mean, you know, yeah. And I do think this works really well with over the CityBeauty. So we're just gonna kind of pull the product outward and down because that's, I really need it right here. I don't wanna get too crepey here, but I also want to remember the whole correction thing, right? So we wanna get under there and clean away any fallout and the little pencil, or I should say the little swoop. That little swoop we did. Swoop, there it is. I know, right? Looks so good. This foundation looks so good. So just a little bit of powder, not a lot, okay? I'm gonna take the blush in this and the bronzer, kind of go back and forth. Make sure I don't have too much. Oh, that's pretty. I like just kind of flicking, flick, flick, you know, like I'm putting it on. I'm not pressing very hard, just doing like short flicks. If you think it's a lot, just take your foundation brush and go over. Yeah. I'm gonna do brows and lashes really quickly. I'm gonna kind of speed it up. I know normally I do it off camera and come back, but I figure, I don't know, maybe you guys wanna see what I do. So I'm gonna just do it really quickly and I will list the products below. All right, I said I would do the little flick in the inner eye corner. Let's see if I can do that. I said I would. Okay, here we go. I hope you can see what I'm doing. And then you just kind of paint it along the lower one too. Do as I say, not as I do. I think it's kind of crooked, but I'm okay with that. What I will do is take this gorgeous Jouer liquid shadow in the shade Desire. It's a very eggplant metallic. I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand. I'm going to make sure it's not too gloppy and just kind of go, I'm lining my lower lash line with the liquid shadow, and it just, for me, it makes a longer lasting, because I like to line my lower lids with shadow, but instead of powder shadow, this just seems to last longer because the powder shadow, it does kind of fade. So I'm just painting it on. It's not too dark, not too light. Now, I'm gonna be extra, okay? I'm gonna do one more thing, and I'm gonna take the liquid shadow in the shade Lumiere, and I am gonna take just a tiny little bit of that. Let's see if this works. And I put some on the back of my hand just so I have control. Take my smudger shadow brush, make sure I don't have too big a clump, and I am going to put it right here in the center for a little sparkle. Just kind of blending it. If you have a liner that's kind of a gold eyeliner, that would be fun too. Just right there. Okay, so as you can see, my lips are nice and full. Maybe the pink doesn't show up as much on camera, but I can see in person, they're pretty pink. They're nice and like plumped up and moisturized. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe away the residue because liners do better over clean, dry lips. And then I even like to kind of, you know, do that. Not a lot, just a little. One of my all-time favorite liners is the BK Beauty Warm Spice. Love this stuff. Glide her on. Okay. Oh, I don't know which City gloss I want to use. Oh, but I think, you know what? I think I'm gonna go with good old, this is Tinseltown. So this I know is one of my favorite summer shades, but I'm gonna go with it because it's just so gorgeous. It's gonna pull the bits of gold and peach I have, and it's the San Diego. Here it is. Quick, I've got my Beauty Pie luminizing pen, little dab will do ya. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love everything. Okay, so finished look. And if you want to pick up any of the items I used, please check my description box, use any discount code I have and the links, because then those are affiliates and I get a little bit of a commission from them, and that helps support my channel. Thank you so much. And thank you also to CityBeauty for partnering with me on this. So pretty. I love you guys. You're always the best. CityBeauty always supports my channel. They are just so nice. And yeah, there you are. And the foundation I will link because I have a discount code. I have a discount link for that. The link takes you straight to the site where it's already discounted for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you subscribe to my channel. I hope you're well. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.